Okay.
When we get to live it and some of those things, there's not going to be.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just do that then. Yeah, tell those guys down there. We'll see. Okay. Okay,
Just only because that's what everybody's in here and I guess.
yeah, it's way hot.
Not B, but C.
Okay,
So if you want to,
okay,
I'm gonna move that up first and then we'll follow the regular agenda.
okay, we'll do that.
Because it's so hot here.
Oh, yeah, and then, yeah, it's, okay. 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 The time being 7:03, we'll go ahead and start the meeting. Going to make a quick adjustment to the agenda. We'll move presentations C to the first thing after the to the first thing after the Pledge of Allegiance. So we'll start with there. Then we'll approve the agenda and we'll go from there. But when we approve the agenda, we'll move C up to the next thing on the agenda after the before proclamations. Okay. Pledge allegiance. Okay, if we could have a motion on the agenda with the adjustment to
Mayor,
presentation C.
Council President,
Yes, go ahead, Gary.
I make a motion, we approve the agenda with the adjustment of moving item C. Which C are you talking about? Presentation.
Sections 6.
Yeah. Top of the second page.
Second
Police officer to evaluate.
okay, presentation C up to right after the agenda is approved.
Yes,
Second.
it's been moved and seconded. Is there any other questions? Okay, all in favor, signify by our usual sign.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Chief, if you want to go ahead and do that now. Oh, there you are over there. We'll go ahead and do that. So since it's so warm in here, we can get people into a more comfortable spot, maybe.
Gentlemen, if you'll join me up here, please. Come behind me. Council President, members of council, Sean Sterlickson with Green River PD. In July of 2021, these 3 officers were involved in an incident that simply doesn't happen very often in Green River. What began as a very scary assault on 2 of our younger citizens ended that night when these officers exchanged gunfire with the suspect from that incident. Their actions that night brought that incident to a safe conclusion for the city and for its citizens, and we're here to award them for their actions. So with that, I'm going to read the award that they were given before presenting them with their medals. On Tuesday, July 6th, 2021, officers received a report of an aggravated assault in which the subject brandished a weapon and threatened to shoot 2 juveniles. Sergeant Nielsen located the suspect vehicle and initiated a traffic stop. Officers Lennon and Owens responded to Sergeant Nielsen's location as backup officers and to assist with the evolving incident. Due to the severity and nature of the report, verbal commands were issued to the suspect from their patrol vehicles. The suspect refused to exit the vehicle or comply with commands. Due to the suspect's behavior, officers on scene relocated to a better position of cover. Within seconds of moving to their new position, the suspect exited his vehicle with a rifle and began firing the rifle in the direction of the officer's prior location. Officer Lennon, Officer Owens, and Sergeant Nielsen all returned fire returned fire, and the suspect re-entered his vehicle. The suspect was wounded during the firefight, which ended his actions, and he was taken into custody. The actions of Officer Lennon and Officer Owens and Sergeant Nielsen and the leadership of Sergeant Nielsen that night saved their own lives and the lives of all the officers on scene. They also potentially saved the lives of other innocent civilians driving by and walking in the area. Their actions exemplify the seriousness with which they approach their jobs as police officers and the commitment they have made to protecting the city of Green River and the citizens who reside here. The reason it's taken so long to give these awards is because the nature of the case caused it to carry on and carry on, and we couldn't do anything until it was concluded, which was frustrating. But I think it's very fitting that we're able to give them their awards during National Police Week. It's very coincidental, but it's pretty neat at the same time. So with that being said, the character and courage of these officers that night saved who knows how many lives, honestly. We can't guess on that, but for their courage, it's my honor, my great honor to present them with the Medal of Valor. Officer Owens. Detective Lennon. And Sergeant Nielsen.
That actually lines up really nice.
Don't move yet.
Yeah, everybody's leaving too fast here. Mayor Rust also asked me to pass along the congratulations to everyone and to those three officers especially, and the whole community is very proud of them. So thank you.
Don't leave, it gets better.
Say thank you very much.
Okay, I think we're ready to get going again. The next item on our agenda is proclamations. And we have 4 proclamations tonight. First one's on Arbor Day. I was thinking about these proclamations. They're pretty important to a lot of people. They let the community realize what other groups are doing around town. It's a chance to show off a little, and get the slight amount of recognition, if nothing else, and also talk about their programs and all the things they have going on. So we welcome proclamations in that respect. And the first one tonight is on Arbor Day. So go ahead, Katie, if you would like to read that.
Good evening. Katie Duncombe, Interim Director of Parks and Recreation. The Arbor Day proclamation, whereas Arbor Day has contributed to the public's awareness of the importance of trees, and whereas the National Arbor Day Foundation has been a leader in the promotion of education and the importance of planting trees in communities across America. And whereas trees provide city dwellers with many comforts and pleasures, such as providing shade, cleaning our air, providing beauty, buffering harsh urban sounds, providing shelter from winter winds, providing shelter for wildlife, and increasing property values. And whereas an official Arbor Day proclamation is one of the 4 requirements by the National Arbor Day Foundation for a community to meet certification as a Tree City USA, Green River has been recognized by the Arbor Day Foundation as a Tree City USA for the past 39 years. Now, therefore, be resolved that Mayor Pete Rest, City of Green River, do hereby designate Thursday, May 18th as Arbor Day in the City of Green River, and encourage all citizens to actively support tree planting and protection as a means to improve our community and the quality of our lives. The City of Green River will be distributing free sapling trees at Expedition Island from 4 to 6 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And you have a presentation to make? Sure. We'll get a picture also.
Think there's anybody here.
Thank you very much.
Thursday, right, Katie?
Yes, Thursday, May 18th.
Yes. Next proclamation is Green River Cleanup Day proclamation. And Michael has that to read for us.
All right, the Green River City Cleanup Day proclamation. Whereas Green River City Cleanup Day recognizes the need to protect the health and beauty of our city, and whereas the governing body is encouraging citizens to take pride in the appearance of their homes, neighborhoods, and Green River by participating in the Green River City Cleanup, and whereas a cleaner environment promotes positive community values, property values, and economic vitality of our city, and whereas the governing body encourages citizens to sign up for the Green River Visitor Center between 8 a.m. and 11 p.m. as a volunteer participant in the annual Green River City or Chamber of Commerce Green River Cleanup Day. Now therefore be it resolved that Mayor Pete Rust does hereby proclaim Saturday, May 20th of 2023 as Green River City Cleanup Day in the city of Green River, and encourages all citizens to take this opportunity to clean up their property, assist their neighbors, and join other volunteers in the efforts to keep our community green and clean.
Perfect. Thank you. And would you like to go down and present that to Lisa?
Yeah.
I think she's here. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
People are here to receive that.
Yeah, and the next proclamation is National Poppy Day Proclamation. And Sherry is going to read that and present it.
Thank you. It's my privilege. Expressing support for the designation of May 26, 2023 as National Poppy Day in Green River and recognizing the importance of honoring those that have worn our nation's uniform. Whereas poppies are worn and displayed as symbolic tribute to our fallen and the future of living veterans and service members. And whereas at the end of World War I, the American Legion adopted the poppy as a symbol of freedom and the blood sacrificed by troops in war times. And whereas the use of poppy symbolically comes from the poem In Flanders Fields, which movingly begins in Flanders Fields, the poppies blow between the crosses row on row, referring to the poppies that sprang up in the churned earth of battlefields across Belgium and France, where soldiers died fighting. And whereas the American Legion family has long utilized the red poppy as its official flower, symbolizing the blood shed by those who have served in our U.S. military. And it is fitting that as the American Legion and American Legion Auxiliary approach their 100th anniversaries, they expand the meaning and symbolism of the poppy, mirroring the manner in which the poppy is symbolically showcased in England and Canada in celebratory fashion on the Remembrance Day, and as also known as Armistice Day and Poppy Day. And whereas wearing a poppy will unite citizens from across the country who decide to show their patriotism. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Mayor Pete Rust do hereby declare May 26, 2023 as National Poppy Day and encourages all citizens in Green River to join in observing this day to honor every service member who has died in the name of liberty, freedom, and democracy, while also showing their support for living veteran service members and their families. And I know there's some people that wanted to speak to this, Council President.
Yes, you're welcome. Come on over to the podium, please.
Council, thank you very much for the proclamation. I'm wearing a couple of hats tonight. As you know, my name is Tammy Harris. I am the president for the American Legion Auxiliary for the Department of Wyoming. As a department, we thank you for this proclamation for recognizing the importance of the poppy. We do have some poppies to hand out if anybody would like them. Our poppies are made by a single veteran who lives in Buffalo. He makes several thousand poppies in a year. So as you receive a poppy, it is a good way to remember and recognize the sacrifice of our veterans. Yes, Leroy. Yes.
So we would like to present a Leroy made
Sure,
poppy to
bring 'em
all
up.
of you if you would like.
Yes.
And anyone else in the room, we happily hand out poppies.
Yeah.
Come on, just move us to it. Come on. For the time to recognize us. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Picture?
I'm just gonna
That's probably the easiest way. And stand up out of the way.
We'll keep catching up. I'm sure. On time, no less. Oh, one more. I apologize. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Oops, I'm sorry. It's just got down or something. Okay. And our next proclamation is Public Works Week, National Public Works Week. And Gary Kilpack's going to read this for us. And I think Mark is here to receive it, so.
Okay.
It's probably the first word he had on that.
National Public Works Week. Whereas public work professionals focus on the infrastructure, facilities, and services that are of vital importance to sustaining and resilient communities and to the public health, high quality of life, and well-being of the people of the city of Green River. And whereas these infrastructures, facilities, and services could not be provided without the dedicated efforts of public works professionals who are engineers, operators, technicians, and employees at all levels of government and the private sector, who are responsible for rebuilding, improving, and protecting our nation's transportation, water supply, water treatment, and solid waste systems, public buildings, and other structures and facilities essential for our communities. And whereas it is in the public interest for the citizens, civic leaders, and children in the city of Green River to gain knowledge of and maintain the progressive interest and understanding of the importance of public works, first responders, and public works programs in their respective communities. And whereas the year 2023 marks the 63rd Annual National Public Works Week sponsored by the American Public Works Association. Now, therefore, be it resolved, Mayor Pete Russ do hereby designate the week of May 21st through 27th, 2023 as Public Works Week. I urge all citizens to join with representatives of the American Public Works Association and government agencies in acknowledgement of our public works professionals, engineers, operators, technicians, and employees, and to recognize the substantial contributions they make to protect our national health, safety, and quality of life. I don't know if there's anyone here. Mark?
What's wrong? Right here. Thank you very much. And thank you to all the people who read those and helped out. I appreciate it very much. Next item on our agenda is Sweetwater Economic Development Coalition update. Is anyone here to do that tonight? Okay. Well, reschedule, I think.
Yeah, we'll reschedule. They we're trying to do the Rock Springs one and here at the same time, so I don't think they're gonna be able to make it. I did, as a quick update, just say we have been meeting, something I did in the budget workshop, explaining that they're working on their mission and the goals, a lot of the stuff going on, but they wanted to update on some of the projects that were going on, so we'll reschedule that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the next item on our agenda is the Overland Stage Stampede Rodeo committee update.
Well, we don't necessarily have a day. We got a weekend. And that's usually the first one in June. My name's Kelly Harmon, VP of the Overland Stage Stampede Rodeo. Carrie Collins, our treasurer, and Mackenzie Camphouse, our secretary. I was making sure I got that right. We would just like to thank the council for the support and the effort that has been put forth so that we could bring this on and put this on. Yes. What are we, 35th? been going a little while and there's been a few people come and go, but we would like to thank the council. We'd also like to recognize the Parks and Rec Department, i.e. our liaison over there. She does a lot for us and we appreciate that. When we get tickets, we will be happy to give them to you. We don't have them in our possessions at this time.
Just want to thank you again and invite you to come out and enjoy this family friendly show that you help us to be able to put on for the city of Green River.
You want to?
Thank you.
It is June 2nd and 3rd, first weekend. So
Okay, thank you.
thank you, folks.
George, I got a comment for him. I want to thank you guys for what you do because that's a great event that comes into our community. And there's one thing you're missing. And what that is, back when George Jost was on the council and I was on the council too, and George Ekman was the mayor, you invited us to come and ride a calf. So we did. Now, why aren't you doing that
Okay.
now?
All right. Hey, we have got a special one for you, Councilman.
Yeah.
We are having a youth, what we always do, youth calf scramble. And we're also doing an adult calf scramble. The calves, well, let's not call them calves. We'll call them steers.
I'd rather do the youth one.
You're more than welcome to come on out and try that.
It was a lot of fun, though. We had a lot.
We,
Mayor Ekman did it and he lasted a half a second.
we,
Only missed about a month's work after.
at this point in time, even though we're kind of like family and we supposedly love each other, we really don't like each other too much until the rodeo's over. And then it's like, oh, okay, now we can start over for another year. It's just builds up, but
Good job. Good job.
thank you.
But
Thank you, guys.
I also just want to say thanks to you guys for the work you do. It puts on a really nice show for the citizens of Green River. I think people really like it. When the weather's good, they really show up. So I hope it's good this year again, like it was last year.
I'm not gonna say the S word
It was a lot of fun.
because I hope
there.
it don't do that. But we've had contestants for the past 3 weeks, month. They've been trying to enter in already and it's like,
Yeah,
give us a sec, guys. So we're just trying to put on a family friendly show
yeah, it is too.
and keep the prices low. That's our big thing so that people can come out and enjoy it.
Yeah, and we thank you for that. It's a really good deal. Thanks. Okay. The next item on our agenda is appointments.
No.
Oh, citizens request. Yeah, I'm sorry. The next item is citizens request and other communications. Now's the appropriate time for citizens in the audience to be recognized and speak on items both on and off the agenda and of general concern for them as citizens of Green River. There'll be a limit of 3 minutes for each individual and 5 minutes for a group spokesperson. No speaker shall speak more than twice to any one issue or any issue. Thank you. Harry, go ahead, Harry.
I made a list, so I wouldn't forget anything. First, I'd like to talk about the Wyoming Food Bank. While most of us are enjoying a happy meal every day, there's some people in our state that are going hungry, and at Smith's, at the cash register, there's a little box, and if you ask the people at the register, where's the food bank, ask them, tell them Harry sent you. They'll tell you where's the food bank thing, and they'll show you. Usually I put $1 and whatever my change is for the food bank. And, you know, I'm not rich. I'm living in a house that I'll never I'll never get paid off because one of my wives was a drug addict and she my house was paid off and while I was in the hospital, she was inviting her drug dealers friends in and when I divorced her, she well, I lost my house and she finally OD'd and died, and her son, who was a stockboy at Smith's, he got the money and I'm still paying on my house. Anyway, it's neither here nor there, but anyway, but if you go to Smith's, just ask one of the ladies there where the food bank thing is, and they'll help you, you know, even if you donate your change, you're gonna help you know, some Wyoming family with, you know, their next meal. Also, I have a few extra bucks and I stopped by the fire department and there's a guy that plays with the Assembly of God Church. And I did drop off a few bucks with him. He plays the guitar at the Assembly of God Church. That's one of those churches I go to. I was baptized at the Mormon church, but anyway, I dropped off a few bucks at the Assembly of God Church, and I like to know where my money goes. So he was telling me, well, here's where your money went. This money went, this $100, this couple $100 went to a burnout. Well, what's a burnout? Well, when people get burned out of their house, they put them up into a hotel or something, and for a few days or whatever, and give them meals and, you know, stuff like that. Well, I like helping people, you know. It beats the drunk I used to be. And, you know, I used to be, when I went to Germany, the Germans were far advanced, you know, when the Americans, they had jet airplanes, they had rockets, and they had some damn good beer. And I drank a lot of it, and took me a long time to get. I tried everything to get. I tried Alcoholics Anonymous. I tried the 12 steps. You know what got me off of it? I got baptized at the Mormon church. That's the absolute truth. And that's what got me off of it.
Okay.
And
Well,
I
thanks.
know I'm running out of time, but
Yeah,
there's a lot of things that I wanted to let you know that there's a lot of things I wanted to let you know that like Mayor Como, he's a good friend of mine. He always will be. You know, he's paid the price, and these trimmers I have.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Harry, for the information and the stuff. So we hear what's going on. Helps a lot to know that stuff. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate your time and wish you all the best of luck. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Harry.
Okay. Okay. And now we're down to appointment of,
Is there any?
Oh, is there
other-
anyone else? I'm sorry. Okay, seeing none, I can move on, I guess. Appointment of Roy Lloyd to the next one's board and committee appointments. Appointment of Roy Lloyd to the Planning and Zoning Commission. Roy has volunteered to serve on the Planning and Zoning Commission. The mayor recommends the appointment of Roy Lloyd to the Planning and Zoning Commission, replacing Marella Slaughter, that her term expires May 31st, 2023.
Council President,
Yes, Robert.
I move to confirm the mayor's appointment of Roy Lloyd to the Planning and Zoning Commission for a 3-year term beginning June 1st, 2023 and ending May 31st, 2026.
Okay, there's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, second. Any questions or comments? Okay, all in favor signify by our usual sign.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the motion passes. The next item on the agenda is council action items. This is a consideration to submit a scholarship application to the Sweetwater County Joint Travel and Tourism Board. The Co-Ed Tough Turkey Volleyball Tournament is an annual event held by the Green River Parks and Recs Department, and the event has grown in local popularity and manages to draw attendees from across Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, and beyond. The event is held in late November and usually the weekend before Thanksgiving, before the Thanksgiving holiday, and is a welcomed event in our community. Is there a motion on the
Mayor,
action item?
Council President,
That's okay.
there's a habit.
Thank you, council member.
I move to approve the submission and acceptance of the scholarship application to the Sweetwater County Joint Travel and Tourism Board for the 2023 Co-Ed Tough Turkey Volleyball Tournament in the amount of $2,000.
Okay,
Second.
been moved and seconded. Is there any other questions or comments? Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Okay, the next item is the consent agenda. Is there a motion on the consent agenda?
Council President,
Go
I
ahead,
move that
Michael.
we approve the consent agenda.
Been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Berg. Any other questions? I guess it's no comments on this. So all in favor signify by our usual sign.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the motion passes. Next item on our agenda is city administrator's report.
Thank you, Council President. Council, first of all, just appreciate the finance committee and the meetings that we've had moving forward on the budget. We did have one scheduled for Thursday. I will send, and I had already reviewed with Mayor Rust what we were going to discuss. I'm actually heading to Evanston for a Terra Power meeting that I'm going to be at, and it's at 1. I don't believe I'd be back in time. So I'll just work with you on a schedule of what we can do. Either move it out a day or upon Mayor Rust's return, we'll get to it right away.
Okay.
Other than that, that's all I have.
Okay. City attorney report.
Thank you, Council President. We have nothing to report.
Okay, thank you. Mayor and council reports we'll start with Gary tonight.
All I want to do is just tell the officers that Nelson, Owens, and Lennon it's just great to have a police force that has such quality people in it. And I'm sure it's not just those three. I'm sure that all the officers, if they would have come upon that situation, they would have probably all acted the same. And I just appreciate that. And you're one of the departments or the department that keeps Green River safe and a nice place for people to live. So pass that on and thank you for what you do.
Yes.
I echo what Gary said.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
I'd also like to echo what Gary said and thank all three of the officers for their commitment to the community. And I'd also like to thank everybody that put such hard work into the budget this year. I know that's kind of a daunting task, but on a positive note, at least we have something to work with instead of trying to make something out of nothing this time. So thank you. That's all I have.
Thanks. Robert.
I just wanted to echo what these three gentlemen said and add to the fact that, you know, for a lot of us, we take for granted when we go to sleep at night that whether we lock our door or don't, we're going to be safe. And it's officers like that and the city of Green River Police Department that allows us to sleep the way we do. So thank you. And then just wanted to, for an unsung here, let's talk about Mark. You know, before I got on council, I turned on my water came out. Didn't think much about where it came from, you know. Another thing, I flushed my toilet and I didn't have to worry about where that went. Being on council and learning some of the things I've learned, I wished I wouldn't have. But thank you for making sure our toilets flush, Mark.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Sherry, you gotta top that.
I can't top that. No, that was good. Again, to echo, but to also include the fire department. I think the training is so essential and it's definitely a priority when we have budgeting and we need to have these, you know, everyone trained up to par so we can handle those type of situations. It's so crucial, but commendable. And thank you for everything that you both departments do and the leadership as well, right? I also just want to mention that the columbarium, the first one, it will be coming next week. So I just want to let people know that, and congratulations to 2023 graduates.
Tonight. Last night and tonight. Okay. Okay, thank you. And I have nothing else to report, so. Guess the next item, we don't have an executive session planned, so next item is adjournment. Is there a motion?
Council President, I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second. Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions or anything? Let's have a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you very much. Motion passes.
I didn't mean to-
Oh, it was good.